In this lesson, we will learn how to write an advantages and disadvantages essay. To do so, I will take a sample question and will solve it step by step. This type of question can be asked in two different ways. We will see both ways and find the logical format to answer both styles of questions. Let's take scenario 1, where we have to only describe advantages and disadvantages. Let's have a look at the sample question to better understand this. Here is the question which says, computers have changed the way people study. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using computers as study aids? Now we have to explain the advantages and disadvantages of the given question. There will be 4 paragraphs of this type of question. Introduction, advantages, disadvantages, and conclusion. In the introduction paragraph, we have to paraphrase the question and give a thesis statement. A thesis statement is your main idea about which you are going to write in this essay. Also, if the question asks for your opinion, then you can briefly write your opinion regarding the topic in the thesis statement. Now, in the advantages paragraph, we will write the topic sentence, 2 advantages, and supporting example. In the same way, we will write a disadvantages paragraph with the topic sentence, 2 disadvantages related to topic, and 1 supporting example. And in the conclusion paragraph, we will summarize our main points that we will write in the essay. Now we will take scenario 2. Sometimes the examiner will give you a topic and ask you if the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. Let's have a look at a sample question to better understand this scenario. We will take the sample question that can be asked as, computers have changed the way people study. Do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages of using computers as a study aid? In this scenario, we need to show one side is stronger than the other. Here we have 2 options to answer this type of question. The first option is when you want to prove that advantages outweigh disadvantages. Then according to the format, we have to write an introduction in which we paraphrase the question and write the thesis statement. Here in the thesis statement, we will give our opinion about why the advantages are stronger than the disadvantages. After that, we will write the stronger side where we have to write a topic sentence, 3 advantages, and 1 supporting example. Then on the weaker side, we need to write a topic sentence, 2 disadvantages related to the topic, and 1 example. Finally, we will write a conclusion. And the second option is when you want to prove that disadvantages outweigh advantages. In that case, we have to write an introduction in which we paraphrase the question and write the thesis statement. Here in the thesis statement, we will give our opinion about why the disadvantages are stronger than the advantages. After that, we will write the stronger side where we have to write a topic sentence, 3 disadvantages, and 1 supporting example. Then on the weaker side, we need to write a topic sentence, 2 advantages related to the topic, and 1 example. Finally, we will write a conclusion. Now, in this lesson, I will take a scenario 1 and solve the essay according to that format. Let's create a quick draft and generate our ideas about what can be written in this essay. In the introduction, we will paraphrase the question first, and we don't need to paraphrase it here to save our time. Then we will move on to the thesis statement. In the thesis statement, we will write our main idea, which we will discuss in the whole essay. In the second paragraph, I will write about advantages. We will start this paragraph with a topic sentence that will give some information about what I will write in the paragraph. Then I will write my first reason for the positive side. I can write that computers are a big source of learning and they make education easily accessible. Due to this, students can gain knowledge from online resources. Then, as an example, I can write about video tutorials and ebooks that students can read online and enhance their knowledge. For second positive reason, I can write about computer storage, which allows students to store study related information. In the third paragraph, I will write about disadvantages. Again, I will write the topic sentence that will give a general idea of what this paragraph is all about. Then I will write my first disadvantage that computer-based online education has a negative impact on social skills that people learn better in a classroom environment. I will add an example to support this view. I can write that learning on computers will give less chance to interact with teachers and other classmates. After this, I will add one more disadvantage, which is that improper use of computers can have negative effects on health. Finally, I will write my conclusion. It would be a summary of all main points that I will discuss in the whole essay. Now we are done with the draft and I will start writing this essay. I will begin this essay by paraphrasing the question. I can write, computers have significantly altered the ways in which people are able to learn. Continuing further, I will write a thesis statement which will give a brief overview of what I'm going to write in this essay. Here you will notice that the ideas on the advantages sides are related to educational purposes, whereas the ideas on the disadvantages side mention that computers may have negative impact on social skills and health. I will write, while this advancement of technology might be beneficial for educational purposes, it can have a variety of negative effects on people's health and their soft skills development. Now I will start writing my second body paragraph in which I will write advantages. I will begin with the topic sentence that will give an overview of what I will explain in this paragraph. So I'm writing the topic sentence as beginning with the positive side, educating students with computer technology is beneficial for a variety of reasons. It is clear that I will talk about the benefits of computer technology here. Then I will write my first advantage and will take a reference from the draft. So I'm going to write this idea as, first of all, computers have supplied infinite resources for learning and made education more flexible and easy to access. I will continue writing as, students can now gain knowledge and information not only from classroom assignments or libraries, but also from available online resources. I will support this explanation with an example. I will write, for example, video tutorials, free or paid ebooks, and several forms contribute to the resources that are needed by students. Now I will explain the second advantage. So I will write it as: furthermore, huge and organized storage of information is another characteristic of a computer. Here you can notice I have used a connecting word, furthermore, to show that I have completed the previous point and I'm adding another advantage. I'm going to add one more sentence here which will show the result of having huge storage. I will continue to write: consequently, students can store and download huge amounts of lecture notes, presentations, and other educational materials. Again, I have used consequently as a connecting word to show my paragraph writing in a continuous flow. After this, I will start writing the third body paragraph, which will explain the disadvantages. Again, I will start with a topic sentence. I will write: however, there are some disadvantages when it comes to advanced technology-based learning. I have used a nice connector, however, to shift my idea from advantages to disadvantages. To continue further, I will write the first disadvantage, which is the negative impact on social skills. I will write: nowadays, many students prefer to enroll in computer-based online study programs, which could negatively impact their social and interpersonal skills that could be better taught in the classroom. And to support this explanation, I will give an example. I can express it as: for example, in online learning programs, students get fewer opportunities to interact with their teachers and peers, which could affect their communication skills, resulting in a lack of confidence. Now I will write about the second disadvantage that will explain how computers have negative effect on health. I can write it as: in addition to this, improper and prolonged use of computers can negatively affect students' health, such as constantly working on a computer for long hours leads to eye strain and headaches. Here I have used a connection word, in addition to this, that shows I am adding an additional point of disadvantage. After that, I will write the conclusion for this essay, which is a summary of all the main points. In this essay, we have talked about both the pros and cons of computers in education. On the positive side, I have mentioned the computers have supplied infinite resources for learning and its huge information storage advantage for students. While on the negative side, I have mentioned its impact on social skills and health. So I'm going to write it as: in conclusion, computers can be useful in terms of educational resource availability and information storage, but excessive use can have a detrimental impact on social skills development and physical health. So, this is all about writing